Isn't it? We have to think. So the thinking distance is the distance covered by the vehicle before the driver applies the brake or the foot brake. Sawa? So you have to think nataka kusimama, si ndio? So that is the thinking distance. Once you have done the thinking distance, you will now start doing the braking distance. Braking distance is the distance covered. The distance covered by the vehicle from the moment the driver applied the brakes to the moment the vehicle came to a halt or to a stop. Are we together? Finally, we have the stopping distance. With the stopping distance, just add thinking distance and braking distance. So it's the overall thinking and braking distance. So we don't just apply the foot brake. You have to have a thinking distance, you have a braking distance, and a stopping distance. That's why I normally like when a student progressively reduces the speed by applying the brakes gently, isn't it? Until you come to a halt, isn't it? It gives you the concept of thinking, braking, and stopping. Okay, we don't just apply the brakes to stop. There might be a vehicle behind you. So that is it. Again, we have. Again, with speed management, there are other factors like braking systems and techniques. Braking system and techniques. Most vehicles have a braking system on all the four wheels. In fact, all four wheels have a braking system. So, some vehicles use the disc type, and others use the disc in front, and the rear have a shoe. Whereby if there is a shoe braking system, means it has a drum, a brake drum. But for small cars, they normally use the disc of the front and the rear. Remember also a handbrake is a braking system, and the handbrake usually applies to the rear wheels. Any vehicle with a handbrake, all the handbrake goes to the rear wheel for braking. There's no handbrake for front wheel. So all the handbrake is for rear wheels. Remember, when you are braking, all the weight of a vehicle starts moving forward. So the most important braking system in a vehicle is the front wheel braking. The front part system of braking system of a vehicle is very sensitive. It is more important, in fact, than the rear brakes. That is what, because all the weight is pushed forward, and all the weight goes to those tires. So also we have something else called freewheeling. I would not advise anyone to do freewheeling. Freewheeling is when you press your clutch down and you engage the gear in neutral. And then the vehicle moves without the engine power. I would not advise because one, there are some, it causes, it's dangerous. Because why is it dangerous? Freewheeling does not save you fuel, because still the engine is running. Isn't it? Again, freewheeling is dangerous because you don't have control of the vehicle. Again, freewheeling is dangerous because when you are applying the brakes, you are wearing off the brakes more because you're not using any power from the engine to slow down the vehicle with the gears, you see. So you're wearing off or you're putting a lot of pressure on your foot, on your brakes, braking system. Okay, so I would not advise anyone to do freewheeling, especially when you have a load, or especially if you are carrying passengers. It is risky. So we have covered the freewheeling. And also I've covered the risk of freewheeling I just mentioned. Coasting is when the clutch of a vehicle is down for a longer period than necessary. It's also freewheeling. Freewheeling is also coasting. So when you press your clutch down, you are freewheeling the vehicle. But there are some circumstances we cannot avoid coasting. Is when you are shifting a gear. For a few seconds it's allowed. Because you need to press down the clutch to shift the gear, isn't it? It takes a few seconds. But then again you have to release the clutch and allow the vehicle to drive at a gear, isn't it?